Hello everyone, in this video we will see how to prove that root 2 is irrational number. We will prove this theorem by using indirect proof. So let's start.
This theorem proves that square root of 2 is irrational. So here we have to prove that root 2, that is square root of 2 is irrational number. Now we will prove this by using indirect proof. Now we will see the proof of this theorem. This proof is by indirect proof. Here what we have to prove? We have to prove that root 2 is irrational. We have to prove that root 2 is irrational, right? Now what is the opposite of irrational? Rational, okay. So what we have to do? We have to assume the opposite. So we will assume that root 2 is rational.
See, a number which is not irrational will be rational, right? The opposite of irrational number is rational number.
We have to prove here that root 2 is irrational, but here we will assume that root 2 is rational. Okay, let us assume that root 2. So see, we are assuming the opposite. See, here we have to prove root 2 is irrational, but here in proof we will assume that root 2 is rational. Okay, now what we have assumed? We have assumed that root 2 is rational. So any rational number we can write it in the form of p by q form, right? So root 2 can be expressed in p by q. Okay, so root 2 we can write it in p by q form. Why? Because we have assumed that root 2 is rational. Now rational number means what? All rational numbers we can write it in the form of p by q form. We have already seen in the previous video that any rational number we can write it in p by q form. Now here we have assumed that root 2 is rational. So root 2 can be expressed in p by q form. Now see this step. P by q is reduced form of rational number. Hence p and q have no common factor other than 1. So here it means, see, any rational number we can write it in the form of p by q. So this p by q is reduced form. See this 7 upon 5. Here p is 7 and q is 5. So it is reduced form. See, there is no common factor in p and q. Is there any common factor? No. Now see here. 14 upon 8. It is not reduced form because see, in 14 and 8 the common factor is what? 2, right? So 2 7s are 14, 2 4s are 8. So 7 upon 4. This is the reduced form. Okay, this is the reduced form, but this is not a reduced form. So reduced form means there will be no common factor in the numerator and denominator. Okay, we cannot reduce it further. That means there is no common factor. See here 2 was common, right? We can divide both these numbers by 2. So 2 was the common factor. But here there is no common factor, and here also 11 upon 9 there is no common factor. Okay, we cannot reduce it further. One more example is 17 upon 4. Again here also there is no common factor. We cannot reduce it further. So p by q is in this form. Okay, it is a reduced form of rational number. So here there is no common factor other than 1. Only 1 is common here. We can divide this 2 by 1. Here also we can divide this 2 by 1. Okay. So, but here see 2 was there. So this is not a reduced form because the factor is 2. But this is reduced form. Whatever we are getting after reducing, this is the reduced form. Here the common factor is only 1. P by q is reduced form of rational number. Hence, that means what? Hence p and q have no common factor. There is no common factor other than 1. So there is no other common factor between P and Q. Only 1 is the common factor. Root 2. Therefore, root 2 is equal to P upon Q. Okay. So here one side it is square root is there. So we will, to remove this square root sign, what we will do, we will squaring on both sides. We will take square on both sides. Square of root 2 will be 2 equal to square of P will be P square upon square of Q will be Q square. Now how we got this step? See, while proving any theorem, I have said it before that we have to write the reason. Now what is the reason? How we got this? Squaring on both. Okay, squaring on both sides. We have assumed that root 2 is rational. So we got this step because rational number we can write it in P by Q form. Therefore, we are taking square on both sides. We are squaring on both sides. So what we got? Square of root 2 is 2 equal to P upon Q. The square of P is P square upon Q. The square of Q is Q square. Okay. Now here what we will get? Therefore, this Q square we will take it this side of this equal to. Therefore, 2Q square equal to P square. Understood? This Q we have taken this side of this equal to. Now P square is what? 2 into some number, right? P square is 2 into something. So that this means P square is even. Okay? Because any even number we can write it as 2 into something, right? See, 8 is even. 8 we can write it as 2 into 4. Okay? P square equal to 2 into some number is there. This means what? P square is even. Okay. Therefore, P square is even. Okay. So P square is even. This means if square of any number is even, that means that number is also even. See, 6 square equal to 36 is even, right? 36 is even. Therefore, 6 is also even, right? If square of any number is even, then the number itself is also even. Okay. So from this step, what we will get? If P square is even, therefore P is also even, right? So therefore P is also even. Okay. Because P square is even, that means P is even. P is even. Now any even number we can divide it by 2. So therefore 2 is a factor of P, right? Why? Because P is even. So therefore 2 is a factor of P. Why? Because P is even. We are got here, right? Now this statement we will write it as equation 1. This step we have named it as 1. So therefore P is equal to 2T. T is any integer. 14. 14 is even. 14 we can write it as 2 into 7. Okay. So any even number we can write it as 2 into some other number. Here P is even and 2 is a factor of P. Therefore, we can write P as 2 into some integer. T is any integer. Okay. T is any integer. Okay. So, any even number we can write it as 2 into some integer. So, here P is any even number. P, what is the even number we don't know. So, we will write it as 2 into some other number, that is T is integer. Okay. Now, therefore, see, P is equal to 2 into some number T. So, therefore, P square will be, if we take square on both sides, here P square of P will be P square, square of 2T will be 4T square. Okay. So we have taken square on both sides. Now what is the value of P square? P square is what? The value of P square is, see here, 2q square. From here you got 2q square. So therefore 2q square equal to, here P square is 2q square. Instead of P square we are writing 2q square here, equal to 4t square, equal to 4t square. Okay. Now how we got this step? Since P square equal to 2q square. See, this is the symbol for since. So since P square is equal to 2q square, why we have written here 2q square instead of P square? Because see, from here what we got, P square is 2q square. So that 2q square we are substituting here. Okay. Here if we divide both sides by 2, what we will get? Therefore, because we are dividing both sides by 2. So what we got? Q square equal to 2t square. Q square is what? 2 into something. Q square is 2 into some number. This means what? Q square is even. Therefore, Q square is even. Okay. So this means what? Therefore, Q is even. If Q square is even, that means Q is also even. Okay, see, I have shown this with the example. For P I have shown, right? So Q is even. This means what? Therefore 2 is a factor of Q. Okay, so this we will name as equation 2. Now the statement 1 is what? 2 is a factor of P. Now the statement 2 is what? 2 is a factor of Q. This is equation 2, this one. See, 2 is a factor of Q. And equation 1 is 2 is a factor of P. So from 1 and 2, what we got? From 1 and 2 we get 2 is a common factor of P and Q both. Okay, 2 is also a factor of Q and 2 is also a factor of P. From 1 and 2 what we get? 2 is a common factor of P and Q both. Now this is contradictory. See, this is contradictory. Contradictory means it is opposite. See here what we have seen. See here we have said that P and Q are having no common factor other than 1. And here what we are getting? 2 is a common factor of P and Q both. So these two statements are opposite. Contradictory means opposite. Okay. ये जो स्टेटमेंट हमें मिला है ये इसका ऑपोजिट है. सी यहाँ पे हमें मिला था कि P एंड Q का कोई भी कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं है. दैट मीन्स P एंड Q हैव नो कॉमन फैक्टर अदर देन 1. सिर्फ 1 उन दोनों का कॉमन फैक्टर है और कोई भी कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं है. दैट वी हैव सीन हियर. बट हियर व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग, सी यहाँ हमें मिला है कि 2 इज अ कॉमन फैक्टर ऑफ P एंड Q बोथ. हियर व्हाट वी हैव सीन only 1 is the common factor, but here what we are getting 2 is also common factor. So this statement is opposite of this.
Further we have to write 3 more statements. See, this is contradictory because in P upon Q we have assumed that P and Q have no common factor except 1. Therefore our assumption that root 2 is rational is wrong. Therefore root 2 is irrational number.
We are getting here opposite statements because here our assumption that root 2 is rational is wrong. Therefore root 2 is irrational number. This assumption was wrong. So we got here opposite statements, right? Contradictory statements we got because our assumption was wrong. Now what was our assumption? Root 2 is rational. We assumed this, but this is wrong. So what is correct? If root 2 is rational is wrong, then what is correct? Root 2 is irrational. Okay.
So this is how you will prove this theorem by using indirect proof. I hope you must have understood it. If you have any doubts in this topic, then please write it in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.